Hey guys, welcome back. Easy Yoga with Mary. Today we're going to start sitting in your easy cross. So you're going to need something to sit up on. I got myself a cushion that's this shape, just because I really like it. You can sit on a blanket, a folded blanket, a flatter block, or a couple of these, even if you wanted. You know, give yourself something proper under your bottom. So I'm going to park myself up on this cushion. What you want, or what we want, is to kind of feel like you're sitting towards the front of the cushion or the block. Do you feel like the block is tilting up, or the cushion is tilting up now? And what that does is it kind of tilts your pelvis forward into a more neutral position, just like a bowl, and the cushion or block is tilting up, so slightly lifting behind you. Anyone with any knee issues, remember you could put like a skinny sock or something behind your knee, or even have a leg straight out the front if it's better for you. So 2 hands on the knees. Gonna sit tall. Just have a couple of kind of deep breaths first, and then we're going to do a little bit of belly breathing. Move it into your Ujjayi breath. Pranayama, if you don't know that, don't worry about it. Belly breathing will do just fine. Some of the hands are like any place you choose. Sit tall. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders. Draw the belly lightly in and up. Same with the pelvic floor. Observe your height now. Visualize the crown of the head lifting. Feel like you've got lots of space in there for your inner organs. Lots of space between the vertebrae for the discs. I'm just going to have like a big breath in and breathe it all out. Big breath in and breathe it all out. One more like that. Just a big breath in, breathing it all out. Remember, just go back to focus on the height, the length, and the relaxation that you're bringing into the body. Just think about breathing into the belly and feel the belly expand. And as you breathe out, you feel that belly soften. Again, breathe it into the belly. Feel the belly expand. And feel the belly soften. Again, breathe it into the belly. Feel it expand. Breathe it out. You feel that belly soften. Now for the Ujjayi breath, it is a deep belly breath. I don't want you to think about the throat. Get the feeling, or try to get the feeling that you're drawing the front of the throat to the back of the throat, and you will hear that sound then when you do it. If you haven't done before, if you're not finding it's easier to suit you, don't worry. Belly breathing will give you the same benefits. Excuse me. So it's a long, slow breath in. Feeling as though you've drawn the front of the throat to the back of the throat, and then when you breathe out or exhale, you release and relax it. So breathing in, feeling the front of the throat to the back of the throat, and hear a sound. Exhale to release and relax it. And I want you to continue that on because it's very difficult to talk and do it at the same time. So just as best you can, inhaling and exhaling. You should be hearing a sound. I'm going to go for 10. For me, that's 5, so another 5. So that's the last one there for me. Just take a moment, begin to kind of just going to move the body, make circles, staying on your bottom, just tilting forwards and rolling back, don't go too far, tilting forwards and rolling back, now change direction, forwards and back, making the belly in when you're doing that. Take a moment just to adjust your sit bones there. You're still tilting forward towards the front of that block or cushion. Let's shades across of our legs. Opposite legs in front. Let's get some height and extension. Reaching up towards the sky. Keep the arms as broad as you need them. Soften the elbows. Draw in through the belly. Relax the shoulders, move the fingers, move the hands. Float the hands down and we're going to place them behind us, and they may only reach your block or your cushion, and that's okay. So it can either be fingertips or flat hands. We're going to begin to lift the belly and the ribs and take it really easy here. It's just got about a mini back bend, but I want to be more about the upper back. So the heart is lifting and your gaze is lifted just a little. Now we're going to reach 2 hands forward, fingertips at first. If they don't reach the ground and you want to stay with them here up at the knees, if you have any back issues, that would be better, that's fine. If your hands reach the floor, fingertips first, lift the belly and the ribs, and just pause where you've had a slight tilt forward. You're looking to the ground or towards the ground without dropping the head or lifting the head too much. We're going to take it in small steps and move the hands forward. You've got to decide where's the best place for you to stop. Could be here. So a little bit at a time. Moving the hands forward. You lift the belly, you've tilted a wee bit more. Lift the belly, move the hands another bit in front. So you're tilting more. You might find I need to go back a bit. This doesn't suit me, that's okay. All the time kind of just drawing that line with your nose down towards the ground. You might be able to go on with flat hands now maybe, and that's going to tilt you forward a little bit more. Just see if it's right and stop where you need to. You might be able to come down onto forearms, gazing more towards the floor. Just see if it's right. Change it if you need to. Slowly does it as you come back up onto hands and fingertips. Moving or sliding the hands back in towards you. Oh, look. We're going to have, excuse me, give your shoulders a little rotate. We're going to come into cobbler. We'll stay on this block or cushion. Now, I don't want your feet close to your body. I want plenty of distance. This floor is absolutely freezing, so I'm actually going to move my bottom back instead. I want a nice diamond shape going on here between the heels and the groin. Make sure the knees are okay with this. If they're not, if you have to change it, if one knee is sore or two, you need to leave it out, so be it. Let's take a moment now to get back to the sit bones. Just get the flesh away there so you're really towards the front of the cushion or the block. Hands in front, holding onto the shins or feet, either. Lift the ribs in the belly, relax the shoulders, now working it. Don't sink, don't be here doing nothing. If you lift your belly, relax your shoulders, and just know that you're encouraging your knees out and down. I know some people like to kind of physically do that. That's a choice, absolutely. Just never have the hands on the knees. You can stay here. You can come up. So you could use a belt, a strap, a scarf. Didn't suit you to tilt forward, but you want to kind of really work on the hips. We're going to lift, tilt forwards a little bit, so the elbows will go out to the front. Stop where you need to. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tilt forward another little bit. So I'm going to move my hands as I go. Inhale, lift. Exhale, another little bit perhaps. Remember, we're all different, so stop where you need to. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tilt. Get the feeling that you're drawing the crown of your head forwards. The collarbone, clavicle. Release that nice and slowly and take your time as you come up. Walking the hands back up the legs, bringing the knees in, sending the legs out one at a time. Give them a wee jiggle. Okay, let's go back to the bottom. Flesh away from the sit bones. We're still sort of half sitting. Block or cushions tilting. Your pelvis is in I say tilt, but actually it's neutral. Right leg. So maybe keep a sock close by as well for anyone who has any knee issues. We're going to be moving on to rock on the baby here. Bend the right knee. Right hand, have it inside the leg. Place it behind the knee. Lift the foot up, taking the foot into the left hand. Now, we are going to rest that right foot upon the left thigh there, just above the knee, or some people can go further up towards their hip if they wish, you choose. Flex both feet, sitting tall, just see what that feels like. Maybe, just maybe, if you put your two hands on your thigh, you can begin to encourage that right knee down towards the ground. If there's ever any pain in your knee, it's like a red flag. It just means you need to come out of that position immediately. Don't push through it. Come out straight away. A bit of encouragement like this, and naturally you'll find that you can get much further than you think if you were to do it regularly. But then that applies to everything. Okay, we're going to lift that foot up now if we can. So you have a couple of choices here. Hand on the calf and hand on the foot. Lifting it up, it can be low, sit tall. And when we swear back, we might find out that it's niggling them a wee bit. And if it is, you can place it down again. Some people can lift that leg quite close. So you could put your arm underneath your calf. Hold the foot, just your right buttock there. Sitting tall. And then there's always kind of people who can go a bit further again, where you're kind of wrapping your arms around, bind your hands, you sit tall, and you want to rock your baby in and out, you want to just hold it in one position. Okay, slowly does it. We're going to release the foot back down to your mat. Take a moment, you can always give the leg a wee jiggle there, just your sit bones. Right heel down, toes up, we're going to hold on to the foot. And keep your breastbone lifting, keep the left leg working, slowly does it. We're just going to begin to lift the right leg up to halfway point. Lift your ribs and your breastbone, you can stop here. Or we're going to see what we go to. So you could use a belt or a strap, or you could have your hands on your calf and your thigh if that suits you better. But we're going to lift the foot up to maybe straighten the leg, maybe not. Bend the knee. Lift the right foot up to maybe straighten the leg. Keep that breastbone lifting. Bend the knee. So you can choose where your hands are. You can use your belt. Try not to roll back. Try to keep your breastbone lifted. One more. Lifting the right foot up to maybe straighten the leg. Bend the right knee and extend the leg away. Take a moment, sit bones. Bend the left knee. Left hand inside the leg. Put the hand behind the knee because that's giving you a bit of space and it's taking care of the joint. So you lift the foot off the mat, take it under your right hand. We're going to rest it upon the right thigh. It could be close to the knee. It could be further up to the hip joint, somewhere in between. You can always keep this left hand behind the knee if you want it. You can put a sock in there. You can put a sock in it. So we're going to apply a little bit of pressure, but only if it suits you. It's very light pressure. We're nowhere near the knee with our hands on our thigh. Just encouraging that knee down towards the ground. This is lovely done sitting against the wall as well. You find when you're doing your cobbler against the wall with the wall behind you, you just seem to be able to get the knees closer to the ground. The wall support. It's lovely to do a wall class, but fortunately I don't have a wall. Okay, we are going to begin to lift that foot off the leg now. So you could keep it here if you wanted or extend it away. Just want to readjust it with my sit bone. Lifting that left foot up, so you can choose. You can rock your baby from here. You can have your left arm underneath your calf like that because that's also giving you a bit of space. You know, we do this from lying down sometimes. Gives you a bit of more space behind the knees, so it takes the pressure off. So you can be here sitting tall. See what's right. You might be able to wrap your, I'm going to get the foot into the bend in that right elbow first, and then wrap the left arm around the outside. You choose. You'll know yourself that you have to adjust your bottom once you get in here. You notice that one side maybe easier than the other. Okay, take your time as you slowly release. Left foot to your mat, a wee adjustment with your bottom and your sit bones. Take your time now. 2 hands to the left foot, use your belt or strap if you need to. Left foot up to halfway point. Lift your belly and your ribs. You can always stop here if you wish. You need to choose. Inhale. Lift the foot up to see what happens. Maybe you could straighten, maybe not. Maybe too much. Bend the knee. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Lift it up. Bend the knee. Heel down, extend the leg away, give the legs a wee jiggle. Now we're going to come on to kind of a wide-legged malasana, which is a bit of goddess squat. Any other sore knee or pelvic floor issues, I know it doesn't suit you, so you can go into a cobbler. From there, we're going to go into downward dog. So into your malasana. Now I am just going to turn side on here. So if your feet are about hip width apart, you can have a little bit wider, you can have a little bit closer. You can place your cushion or your block behind your heels if you wish. You can be up here tall, shoulders relaxed, belly in, pelvic floor lifting. Everybody's different, see what they can do. You might be able to get lower, bringing your heels down, arms inside your legs. You can hold onto your mat. You can have your hands in prayer. Now very slowly we're going to go into a downward dog from here. So 2 hands to your mat. I want you to keep your knees generously bent as you lift your sit bones up, stepping the feet back. Keep those knees generously bent for me. Just double check the hands. So we just want to kind of have a wee sway or shim from side to side first. Just to kind of stretch out that lower back again. Oh, lovely. I'm going to just move the hands a little bit more in front now. Remember, it's not about straightening the legs, it's about lengthening the spine. Okay, right leg off your mat and in the air. Bend the right knee if you can. Lift the knee high. Now be aware of your shoulders. Are they level? Arms, upper arms. Move the right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Take your time there if you need it. Bring your left knee down. Flatten your foot, check your line at the front. See what the back leg feels like. Take it further back if that suits you. We're going to just pause, lunging low, gazing towards the front of our mats. You're allowed to move your head softly from side to side. Okay, we're going to slide our front foot back just at least a centimetre or two now. If you want extra padding for your knee, you can grab your cushion, blanket outside of your mat, bring it in. That's what I'm going to do. Even though I've got a couple of layers, kind of feeling my knee today. Slowly does it, we'll place it 2 hands onto the knee, lifting the tummy off the thigh. You choose, remember, you don't have to lunge low, it might suit you better to be here. You'll know yourself what's right for you, don't overdo it. Then we're going to release the hands down, roll the shoulders back. Keep the shoulders back and feed the hands behind. Keep them broad. Keep the belly in. Lift the ribs and the breastbone. Lift your gaze a little. We're going to sweep or float the 2 arms up alongside the ears again. Keep them nice and broad. Plant your feet. Float the 2 hands back down to your mat, and I'm just going to get rid of that double mat. Want the back knee off our mat for everyone if you can. Take a second there, just make sure you're correctly aligned. You might need to adjust a foot. We're going to twist to the right, feel like a block, put it outside the foot. Left hand down, right hand reaches up. We're going to twist both ways. So float the right hand down, grab your block if you like it. Outside the foot now. Let the left heel come down, the toes point out to the left. Right knee stays deeply bent. Leg touches arm. Float the left arm up as you turn to the left. And float the left hand down. You pivot on your back foot. Up the block over to the other side. We'll meet in downward dog. Take a moment, we sway or shimmy. Remember, it's not about straightening the legs. It's about lengthening the spine. Okay, left leg off your mat in the air. Bend the knee if that's okay and lift it high. Bring some awareness to your arms, upper arms and shoulders. We want the left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Take your time if you need it. Bring your right knee down. Take a moment. Check your alignment at the front, knee above heel. Lunging low. Lighten your hands as you pause and breathe. Slide your front foot back just a centimetre or 2 and give yourself some extra padding here from a mat. So bringing the outside in. Place the 2 hands on that front knee, lift yourself up. Take a moment to remember you can be here. You don't have to be lunging low if it doesn't suit you. Just see what feels right. Somewhere in between. Float the hands down, roll the shoulders back, curve the hands back. Lightness in the elbows and the hands. Lift the belly and the ribs, the gaze just a little bit. Float, sweep the 2 arms up alongside the ears, but keep them broad. You're allowed a wee wobble. Float the 2 hands back down. I'm going to get rid of this double part of my mat. Got my back knee off the mat now, but you might find you need a wee adjustment in your front foot or your back foot, either either. Take time just to kind of stretch out the back of that leg, back of the knee. We're going to twist to the left. If you like a block, place it inside your foot. Right hand is down, lift up through the right arm as you turn to the left. You might find you got a wee bit of room for your belly. Float the left hand down, grab your block, have it the outside of the foot, remember choose the height. Let your back heel, right heel come down, toes turn out the right, left knee is deeply bent. You're going to just float the right hand up towards the sky as you turn to the right. Float your right hand down, pivot on your foot. Just pop the block out of the way. Meeting back in downward dog. Take a moment there just to check feet and hands. We sway or shim. Length, walk the dog. Again, inhale, right leg up your mat and in the air. Right foot forward to the inside of the right hand. Take your time. Back foot, so make sure that block's close by now in case you need it. Step the back foot down just a little bit. Now, there's a softness in your front knee. This is where your block will come in if you need it. Those of you who can will begin to walk their hands back and maybe straighten their front leg. Relax down. You could be somewhere in between, remember? It's very strong in the leg, so you might find that if you use a block, you can straighten your front leg a little bit more. Might be a better idea for you. Now soften that front knee and take your time. We're going to place the hands on the knee and slowly lift ourselves up. Hips facing forward. Feet kind of parallel bars. Bend the front knee. Take your time as you sweep your two arms up alongside your ears. Keep them broad. Keep the belly in and the shoulders relaxed. Take your time as you float the two hands back and down. We'll meet in downward dog. Again, have a moment in between to find your length. Left leg. Inhale, left leg off your mat and in the air. Exhale, left foot forward to the inside of the left hand. Now remember, you might need your block in a moment. Step your back foot in a few inches probably, slightly just. Use your brick if you need it. You can stay the fingertips. You can go onto flat hands. So you're kind of gazing down the invisible center line in the mat there. Soften your knee a little bit. Take your time. You lift yourself up. Hips facing forward. Knee bent. Arms up alongside the ears. Nice and broad, keep the belly in. Slowly we float the hands down. We'll step the back foot, the left foot back. Take your time with that. We sway our shin. We're going to walk our hands back. Hang down over bent legs, so you can take hold of your forearms or elbows. You can let your elbows rest on your knees. Don't worry or even think about straightening the legs. Release the hands slowly as you walk them up your legs. Gives you kind of more control as you uncurl to come up. Head being the last thing to lift. Roll the shoulders and don't forget the exhale. Lovely. Middle of your mats. Make sure your block is within reaching distance. Now we're going to go wide forward in a wee minute. You might need it then, so just make sure that you can reach it. Legs and feet are about 1 metre apart. Turn the toes out. We're going to begin to bend the knees and sit down, goddess. So anyone with a knee issue or pelvic floor issue, be extra careful or even move out if you need to. You might find that a squat is sufficient for you. Take a look, make sure those knees travel in the same direction as those feet. Okay, we're going to bring the right shoulder forward and the left shoulder back. Let your hands move with you, control the legs. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Don't let the legs fall in. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Back to center. Up you come, turn your feet to face forward. Have a wee square shimmy from side to side. Soften your knees, it's going to be a forward fold. The legs aren't too wide, so we're not looking to put ourselves under any massive pressure. Lift, spill forward and down. You can grab a block if you wished. If it suited you better, you can take hold of your forearms or elbows, hanging down. Remember, we're all different. You might find that the block is better for you, especially if you have a sore back. If you really struggle to straighten the legs. So you can be somewhere in between. Hands to your hips, soften the knees, really grip with your feet. Slowly, with control, lift yourself up, always being back aware and body aware. Warrior 2, passive, trick, 2, and press back. So left toes in slightly, right toes all the way around. Let's get a wee bit more distance going on here. Creep your right foot a wee bit more to the right. Begin bending the knee. Take a look, check your alignment. Chest back to centre to face this way, arms to shoulder level. Take a look out over the left, wee neck rotation. Take a look out over the right. And relax the shoulders, soften those elbows, control the knee, the right knee. Lift through the thigh, pelvic floor and belly. Turn the right palm to face the sky, keep the right knee bent, right arm up, left hand goes to back leg, lower back or buttock, you choose. Now, we're going to begin to straighten that right leg. You might straighten it there. Inhale tall, extend out to the right, over and down, angle knee, shin or foot. Bring your top shoulder back, the left shoulder. Float your left hand up towards the sky now. Press your feet. Don't worry about fully straightening that right leg. Floorboards upstairs. We want to come back up into Warrior 2. So we're going to begin to bend the right knee, pressing the feet even, lift yourself out, up, gaze out over the right, the knee is bent. Now let's just put this left hand on our hip. You've got two choices, remember. You could stop with right forearm on your thigh. And if you know, especially if you're a regular, that this is a better place for you to stop, then stop here. So you're going to lift from your waist, reaching out to the right, keep the knee bent, either forearm on your thigh or right hand onto the block, which is going to be your inner foot. Now the knee is bent deeply. The elbow is touching the knee. Let's bring our top ribs, top shoulder back, gazing this way. Left hand, sweep it down across the front of the belly, chest, the face, till it comes into a side angle. Now work, left heel down, left fingers extending away. We dial the left hand back to the hip. I'm going to bring the block up with me. Turn the feet to face forward. Have a wee sway or shim. Some people don't need a block. I need a block. So be it. Going to get the feet turned first. Right toes in slightly, left toes all the way around. We're just going to pop that block down inside the foot now. We're going to get a bend the left knee. Nice fixed position there. Nice right arm looking on. Arms to shoulder level, chest to centre, facing this way. Let's turn the head to gaze out of the right hand. Turn the head to gaze out of the left hand. Soften your elbows. Turn the left palm to face the sky, bring the left arm up. So we're going to really straighten that left leg. You're going to be fully straightened. I just forgot to say that last time. Right hand to the back leg, lower back or buttock. Go into triangle or trikonasana. Inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, extend over the left. Left hand can go to knee, shin or foot. Some people even use a block, that's absolutely fine. Extending the right hand up towards the sky. You bring the top shoulder back and lower shoulder forward. We're going to soften the left knee, use the foot. Inhale, up to warrior two. Bend the knee again. Gazing out over the left. So remember, choose a better option for you if the forearm or thigh suits you better. We'll just pop the right hand onto the hip. Left knee deeply bent. Lift up from your waist. Extend it over to the left so you can stop at the thigh, remember. Or left hand onto the block. Knee is deeply bent, elbow touching knee and vice versa. Let's bring the top ribs back, top shoulder back. Sweep the right arm down across front of belly, chest, face and the gaze. Creating your side angle. Press your right heel to your mat. Extend your right fingertips away. You should be low here. Slowly does it. Float the right hand up and back. Turn the feet to face forward. I've brought my block with me. Doing a sway or shim. Okay. We're going to go wide forward, down into Malasana or frog. So you can come down to sitting if you prefer instead. Soften the knees. Lift up from your waist. Spill forward and down, and you know that you can use your block if you prefer, if it's better for you. Relaxing the head. Hands are hip with their shoulder width apart, even. Soften the knees, come onto fingertips, and we're going to toe heel the legs into about hip width. Keep the knees bent, of course. Slowly does it as you come down to sitting. You can pop your block behind your heels, your cushion behind your heels. You can just stay high, it's fine. Hold on that mat. See what feels right. We're going to come all the way down to sitting. Okay. Take a moment to get the flesh away from your sit bones. So we are going to be like a seated pigeon. This one here. You can do that from lying down on your back if anybody's back's a wee bit kind of tweaky today or they think it's had enough. So, hands behind, fingertips, either to be pointing forward or pointing back, you choose. Sorry. Hands behind, flat first. Let's get the foot moved. Right knee off your mat. Out of rest of the right foot, rest upon your left knee. Adjust your bottom. Flex your foot. Now, at this point, you want to take the pressure off a little bit. You could slide your left heel more in front. Be absolutely fine. Toes down, toes up, either. You can do it from lying. See what you like. You can have your hands behind, flat. Is a little bit kind of softer. Fingertips is a little bit kind of stronger. If you're working with a sore shoulder, you can always bring the hands through and cup them around your shin. So either. Okay. We're going to release the hands first, lower back slightly, release the right foot, Give the legs a wee jiggle. Hands behind. Left foot off. Outraise the left foot, rest upon your right knee. At this point, I'll engage just the bottom. I have a bit of a tailbone issue, so know yourself if something doesn't feel quite right. So if it's too much, you can lie on your back and do this. You can slide your right foot a wee bit more in front and do this. If you want a little bit more action, heel down, toes up. You can come on to fingertips. You can thread your hands through and clasp your right shin. Anyone with any shoulder issues? Keep the breastbone lifting. Plenty of hip activity today. Love this one. Love this one. We're in our chair class. We did this one from sitting as well in the chair. So it's kind of one you should bring in throughout your week. You can just do it. You don't have to warm up for it. Okay, release. We're going to kind of lower the hands back. We lean back, tilt back. Release that left foot. We're going to come to a lie on our backs. Lie down nice and carefully. Take a moment. Adjust your shoulders, your lower back. You can bring your knees in for a second. Have whatever kind of movement feels right. Do you feel the ground? I'm just going to do a couple of bridge poses. Set your band up. Okay, take a look at the feet. Make sure they're both apart. Excuse me. Raise the foot, point forwards. Roll the arms out a little. Tuck the shoulders again. Let the lower back again. Slowly as it inhale. So you begin to lift. You begin your lift. So you're beginning with the bottom, the pelvis, the spinal column, to the shoulders. And exhale and release and lower it all back down to your mat. Now use your breath. Inhale. Bottom, pelvis, spinal column, to the shoulders. Pause. Exhale. Roll yourself all the ways back and down. Inhale, starting the bottom, the pelvis, the spinal column, to the shoulders. Pause, use your feet. Exhale to roll yourself back and down. I think we'll do one more of those. Inhale, use your feet now. Bottom, pelvis, spinal column, shoulder blades. Use your feet. Think length now. Get the feeling you're sending your knees forward. Your front body is long. Bring your arms into play. Maybe lift a little bit higher. Front of the throat is clear. Remember, free. And slowly does it as you roll yourself back and down. Make those little adjustments that you like. Bring your knees in towards your chest, soft rock or whatever kind of movement feels right. We will finish with a simple twist. Okay, adjust the shoulders, roll the legs to the right, knee on knee, foot on foot. You can have the legs close to your belly or further away, see what's right for you. Right arm on the outside of the left leg. You can choose where you're having that left arm. Can be close to body, further away, somewhere in between. And just breathe in it. Let the position do the work for you. Can you relax the shoulder more? Take your time as you slowly come back to center. Have a moment. Roll the legs to the left. You can have the left arm on the outside of the face if you wish. Remember, they can be close to body, they can be further away. See what's right for you. Just ahead. Decide where you're going with that right arm. Can be close to body, can be further away. Head can roll a little. And just breathe and settle. Take your time, come back up to center. Whatever kind of movement you feel is right. We'll have a few moments of relaxation. Stay for longer if you wish, remember. Just knock off the video. A little bit of breathing. A little bit of quiet time. Feel all of the back of the body now fully supported. You can relax, release, and let go. Notice the movement in your belly with your breath as you relax, release, and let go. Feel the body heavy. Feel the body beginning to sink. Feel the body relaxing. So stay as you are if you wish. Or begin to move your toes, your feet, fingers, your hands. Just bring the hands together and then rub them a little to create a bit of heat. The hands in a prayer position, bring the base of the thumbs to the eyebrow center. Peace in your thoughts. Base of the thumbs to the lips. Peace in your words. Base of the thumbs to the heart center. Peace in your actions. Have a lovely rest of day. Nice safe week. Namaste.